Hey, what's going on out there, guys? This is Wayne with Tri County Locksmith Service, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Schlage B as in boy, E as in Edward 375, V as in Victor, CAM 716. There's a part number there for you if you want to check that out. BE375, V CAM 714 or 716. This is the newer version of the electronic touchpad DeadBolt. They're calling this the TouchScreen DeadBolt, and it looks extremely similar. It looks almost identical to the original version, which was the keyed version, but this has several differences to it. They have eliminated the key override function, so that's what you need to keep in mind. This one is a little bit more cost efficient. Simply because it operates completely different. The other model actually had a motor that actually drove the bolt all the way through and then retracted it. This one simply engages a solenoid and you have to manually turn the knob on the outside to go ahead and open the lock. So with all those things aside, this is going to be an installation video. We'll do a review video on this a little bit later after I kind of get a little bit better feel for it and see what I think. But for right now, let's just go ahead and open this up and let's do an installation on it. So we'll just cut the top here. So as far as the programming and stuff goes, it should all be the same as the original stuff. Schlage's actually changing everything around, everything from their lever sets to the DeadBolts to how they're doing everything here. So this is going to be a little bit different. Alright, so we want to locate our parts right here. So all that stuff out, make sure we have everything. They give you battery. Good high quality Duracell battery, that's good. Okay. So then, put that in there. Installation. Okay, so they want to make sure that you have the bolt in when you do the installation. They put this fancy sticker over here. You're going to have it set on the 2 3/4 or 2 3/8 back set right now, which is very important to know. When we set this in here, you will know which back set you have, because check this out. Right there, you will see that this is not lined up in the center of the big round hole. Okay, this is how you know that this is the incorrect back set for this. This is a 2 3/4 inch back set, so you need to keep that in mind. If this hole lines up perfectly center with the large hole here, then you're fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're simply going to twist. That's all it does. Bink, twist. 2 3/4 or 2 3/8, 2 3/4. Now, when we put that in there, check it out. It is exactly centered. So, that's the first part. Judging the back set and getting that entered properly. If it doesn't show up in the center on either one of those, then you have a hole that has been drilled improperly. So, that's something to just keep in mind. You can leave this sticker on if you want. I just want to take it off and get it out of the way. Go ahead and grab some screws. These are going to be the 2 dark bronze screws. Like that right there. These are going to go right in here. So we'll keep a list of the tools that we need to do this installation. So far we're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, lock itself out. That's what we're going to have right there. So, you know, this compared to the old style, the outside is going to be exactly the same dimensions and size, but the inside is going to be a whole lot smaller. So with this, you're going to have your master code and your entry codes on the back of the lock. Leave that sticker on there, because should you ever change it or forget it, you can always do a factory default, and these are going to be super valuable at that point in time. You can also find your access codes right here. If these codes don't match these codes, then you've got somebody that's taken a lock apart and taken it back and switched it out and switched the books out on you. It happens all the time with big box stores. I ran across it several times. So you need to make sure if these numbers don't match these numbers on this sticker and this sticker right here, you've got a lock that's already been returned and you need to take it back before you go any further, because there's a reason they took it back. That would be with any, that would be a good rule of thumb for any of the Schlage model locks. Now here's where this comes in handy. This is the new version of this, okay? You can see how much smaller it is. It is smaller than the outside of this. So this is all that's going to be inside your house, because they don't have to have a big motor running everything anymore. They were able to really shrink this down, which is what some of the main complaints that I had about this lock were, that it's too big, it's too bulky, yada yada yada. They solved some of those issues in doing that. So basically, we're just going to take this, we're going to run this wire over the top. So, and we're going to fit that right on there. Let's see. And we're going to take these. Okay, you're going to take this little piece off right here. It's going to reveal these two holes. These screws go into these holes, like so. Those are going to go through and go all the way to the other side. Okay. So we're going to fish this. We're also going to fish the wire right up through here. That wire is going to go right into there. That pops up into there, then you can set this on here, and we're going to try and find our center point. There's our holes. And we're going to have to put our tail piece on, actually. So let's see here. Okay, so we're going to need to put our tail piece in to this side. Just kind of click that in there. All right, so I guess we should have done that before. So you're just going to slide your tail piece in here, and it's just going to click right in. Go ahead and show a little bit closer a piece of that. There you go. It's just going to click right in, and then we're going to flick it back. How did we end up under that thing already? And then we're going to feed it through like so. Okay, then we're going to test it. We're going to grab it and it should throw. Okay, if it's not throwing, then you have got the handing wrong and you need to take it back apart and you need to turn it the other way, turn it back, and then put your tail piece in that way. Then slide it through the bolt. Okay, so we're going to go through this, pop this in through here. This is the first time I've set one of these. Well, no, there's the second one I've set up, I guess. So, and then this needs to be in the upright position. Okay, it's going to say right on there, flat, no, it needs to be in the vertical position. Slide that right onto there. Throw in a bolt, screw, whatever you want to call it, and screw in. Okay. Don't want to get it too tight, just want to snug it so we can get the other one in, get it tightened up. So you can see exactly what I'm doing here. Exactly where these are going. One right there, and one right there. Test that out while you're in this phase. Okay, that should be butter smooth. Okay, if it's not, back these off a little bit. There we go, back them off a little bit, and then when that's nice and smooth, then you're good to go. These, if you're installing on something that's already installed on a door, this is the time where you're going to want to shut the door and actually make sure that the bolt flows in and out of the door with the door closed, like you're actually locking it. Make sure that's all moving very freely. You can add these into the jamb if you like. Add the big screws, the big lag screws into this one, and then add that into there. You may not have enough room to use these. You may just need to use what you already have existing. If you're having problems turning that into the door, you have an alignment issue. There's nothing wrong with the lock. If you open the door and it goes back and forth just fine, there's no problem with the lock. It's a problem with the alignment in the door, so you need to adjust that. I suggest you start by taking the plate out and seeing if there's enough room. You may just have to get a saw or a chisel and make some more room at that point in time. Basically, the last step here is going to be taking these two wires, which we will see how they go. Okay. That lip is going to go furthest away from the pins. Lip furthest away from the pins. Okay? Then we're just going to hook up our 9-volt battery. Make sure it's working. It is. Bingo. And we're working. Okay, so now the hardest part of this job is actually taking and tucking and stuffing these wires away here and finding a spot to jumble everything up without pinching any wires so it doesn't get damaged. And this slide rail right here is going to be where that plate's going to slide down. So I think I can tuck these right like so. Hard to see and do this and show the camera too. Alright, so basically we just tuck the wires on top of the battery here. Okay, they're just tucked right up on top of there. Do not put them in the slide rails. You will pinch them. Okay, that slides down, clicks on there, boom, you're good to go. Okay, now let's see if this thing comes alive. User code is going to be 6841. So we're going to push the Schlage button. Okay, so you push the Schlage button, that gives you the green light. That engages the solenoid to allow you to lock it. Other than that, it gives you a few seconds. If the light is not green, it just spins. This is where the huge differences are between this and the old model. This is just a dead thing right here. So all it does is engage a solenoid. It doesn't physically move the bolt in and out. Okay, so when it's locked, we're going to push the Schlage button on top. Okay, then we're going to enter 6, 8, 4, 1. Okay, you hear it, green light, it allows you to unlock the door. You can open the door. Okay, that's how it's going to work. Once it disengages, can't do anything with it. When you go to leave your house, you push the Schlage button, lock. Just like that. No motors moving this back and forth like the old one. So that's how you can install this. With me talking, we're at about 13 minutes, so you could probably do this in 10 minutes or less, just depending on your skill set and what you want to do with it. For more information, check out the website below. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's the end of the video. You know, help me out and help me help you out. Right below the description box right here is a red subscribe button. Subscribe to me and then you're going to get the latest and greatest information that I put out. Sometimes it applies to you, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's just going to at least let you know that we're putting out new and current information. And then right over here is a thumbs up button. Give me a thumbs up. Help this video rank higher in the searches for the search terms that you're using, and let other people be able to see this. You know, that's the best way you can help. Interact. Leave a comment. I will get back with you if I can and try and help you answer your questions. But the more you interact and post this to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and spread this through the social media, the more that allows me to be able to help do more videos. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And subscribe, share, and like. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.